When the winter comes, and usually there are a lot of snowstorms, especially living and working in New York, you don't always necessarily know how that's going to affect the retail industry. Granted, it's not necessarily like other workplaces that could maybe close down because money always needs to be made and the bottom line always needs to be serviced in some sort of way. You are supposed to be open all the time except for major holidays, and a big snowstorm shouldn't necessarily prevent that from happening. However, when you have a blizzard, I feel like all chances are off and all bets are off, rather, because you never know how bad it's going to be. Like the one we just had, and I know of several stores that just had delayed openings instead, which granted then is better for employees than rushing into work early and having to open the store at 10 per se, and instead they might have a delayed opening at noon, so it gives people more time to get there, or even later at 1 or 2. So stores, if they're opening that late, they'll still be open normal business hours till closing, so they can make as much money as possible and recoup some of the loss from the morning. However, at that point, you have to understand that a lot of people won't necessarily be shopping. Only those with cabin fever and those that might need snow boots right then and there because they have to do last minute shopping and they weren't prepared well enough for the storm. It's always a funny situation, and I just always find it fascinating that store managers, and district managers normally link up to make some sort of decision, and that decision may lie with the district manager or the store manager, you never know. But it really is based on the conditions outside and how many workers can actually arrive to work, and you never know how it's going to be. But I just feel like businesses still care more about their bottom line than the safety and health of their employees. Is it really necessary to try and make even a few hundred, maybe $1,000 or $2 in one day by opening late still during a snowstorm? Is that more important than to risk the safety of your employees who might have to rush to clean out their cars and get out of their neighborhoods on time and in a safe way, and then drive on highways which weren't even paved that well throughout and after this storm? It's just a predicament that still persists to this day because stores feel so compelled to stay open all the time and to be open even during these major storms and don't actually consider the real life consequences of doing so.